let's go ahead and grade the top of page 79. I apologize ahead of time. I think I was calling this the Battle of Bunker Hill on the weekly video, but it's actually the battle at Little Bighorn, which isn't even in the same time period. So let's go ahead and get started regardless. I did give the right page number, page 79. Alright, so we're looking for 7 capitalization errors, 2 apostrophes, and remember we use apostrophes for possession if I'm showing that somebody owns something, or I use those for contractions. Okay, I have 2 commas, 1 end punctuation, and 4 spelling mistakes. So let's get started. As white intruders continue to break treaty agreements and move onto sacred lands in Montana's Black Hills, Native American warriors gather to fight for their land. Now that seemed like a lot, but I think it's still a pretty good sentence. We just maybe need to break it up with a comma, is what I'm thinking. But let's go ahead to the very beginning because I saw a spelling error right away. Agreements has 2 E's right there in the middle. So there's one of my spelling errors. And then I believe Montana is a state, so I'm going to need to capitalize that. And if this were plural, like more than one Montana, this would be correct. But there's not more than one Montana. So let me think about what they're talking about here. Montana's Black Hills. So the Black Hills belong to Montana. That's one of my apostrophes. Okay, and then Black Hills is a specific place, so I need to capitalize hills as well. And I think here's where my comma should go. So then it says, as white intruders continue to break treaty agreements and move onto sacred lands in Montana's Black Hills, Native American warriors gathered to fight for their land. Okay, now, Native Americans, American should also be capitalized. And then I think I saw another spelling error right here. And you know, I'm surprised they didn't count that as a language usage because it's kind of the wrong form of the word. But it should be T-H-E-I-R. That's the correct there. But that is a spelling error. Alright, next sentence. Custer's cavalry troops had been active in battles against the Indians throughout the spring of 1876. Okay, again, Custer's, they tried to trick us here, because this apostrophe would be correct if Custer's were plural and owned something. But Custer is just one person. So I'm going to delete this, and then I'm going to insert it between the R and the S, and that is my other apostrophe. Remember, the clue is to cover up the apostrophe and everything after it and see what it says to see if that's the right thing. So if I had covered up that apostrophe and everything after it, it would say Custer's, like there's more than one. If I cover up the apostrophe and everything after it, now it says Custer, which makes more sense. He's just one guy. Alright, so got that out of the way. And then throughout is actually one word. Now, I know we haven't used this one a lot, but hopefully in your binder you still have this. Let me show you. I should have flipped to it earlier. I had to get the book out. This that shows you what to do to close a space. It's way down here at the bottom. You see how they did for football? So that's what we're going to do for throughout. It's almost like parentheses on the top and the bottom. And we're going to count that as a spelling error. Okay. Then I think we're good on that sentence. Next sentence. In the early summer, Custer was asked to lead his troops on a mission to find and defeat the Sioux and Cheyenne warriors who were defending their lands. Okay, so first, start there, capitalization. and then Custer also needs to be capitalized. And I think that we need a comma right here, because in the early summer could be removed. And I could just say Custer was asked to lead his troops on a mission to find, and so on. And that would be a perfectly good sentence on its own, which makes this a good introductory phrase. All right, so Custer was asked to lead his troops on a mission to find and defeat D-E-F-E-A-T, and that'll be the end of my spelling mistakes. Sioux and Cheyenne are both specific groups of Native Americans, so they need to be capitalized. And then the very end needs a period. And we're done. That one seemed kind of quick. Okay, so up at the top, minus however many you missed. Let's say I missed 7, because sometimes I have an off day. Go ahead and write it, circle it, and we will grade page 79 next time. See you guys later.